Hey guys, welcome back. This is now the Division 1 rankings, where you'll see mostly familiar faces, if not all familiar faces, realistically. So welcome back to that. This is the first time obviously we've been back for 2 years. Sorry, I am absolutely busted. As if you watched my video earlier that I recorded earlier today, you'll see that I had it was my wife's birthday and we went out for all you can eat food. So needless to say, I feel like fucking Charles right now and ready to burst. So we're gonna start with the teams. Obviously the rankings might be a wee bit skewed since a few people have played this whole time. A few of us are only really back. So we'll see how we get on throughout the league. It'll be competitive, I'm sure, and it'll be fun. A lot of returning faces who have, like I said, haven't played since the last season. So we get right into it, and we had Toasty, aka Amanda, aka Kevin's beard. CC has picked up Chien Pao as the first pick, which is strong as all hell. Mega Venusaur also fantastic. Nothing really likes to break it. She's paired that with Heatran. And let's see what else. Does have Decidueye. I spoke about that in the last one. I'm not a fan of Decidueye in general, but because it was 4 points, it was probably worth. It's also got Primarina, which is a great Pokemon in itself. Right off the bat, I'm noticing she's Halicha, I suppose, which is quite, yeah, okay. Dragon Fairy Steel is Heatran, Primarina, and Flygon. Okay. 2 Pokemon go into both cores, so it's essentially if she wants to bring that defensive core, she has to choose between Flygon or Mega Venusaur. Realistically, Mega Venusaur should probably always come. So maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. It does all pair really well. Flygon's quad ice weakness is covered well by Primarina and Mega Venusaur, so Heatran's ground weakness is covered well by Flygon, so there's some good core, I suppose, since they're both got good speed tiers, good hazard removal. Has Chelsea, which is a little passive, but hazards got Heatran, Flygon, Mew, has all of them, and Excelgor, Armaldo. Yeah, it's a strong team. Nothing to be surprised about with Toasty. I'm not actually too sure if she's continued playing. Since the start, or since the last season or not, hadn't really heard much from her. I know she streams now, so if she wants to drop that link in the comments for all 45 people who have watched this, I'm sure they'll give her a watch. Although I'd say most of probably already do, let's be real. Honestly, that's an A. That's an A draft right off the start. I do expect a lot of them to be quite good, to be honest. So, could be a boring video. Here at Blair, who was once told as a child that if you can't beat them, join them, and he made a promise to himself to never not be able to beat them. He is right after Toasty, who was the one with the drama. But hey, I'm sure everyone's moved past that. We're all older now. He has Cutiefly as a mascot by the looks of things. So he has Mega Stormy, he has Meowscarada, and he has Iron Moth. So very offensive right off the rip. Haxorus, Fortress, and he's just very Clefable. It's quite an aggressive team, really bit of trickery with Hisuian, Zoroark. He has Iron Hands. It's an alright team. It's a good team. Not a lot of recovery. He's got Rapid Spin. He's got Defog. He's got Rocks. He's got good speed tiers. It's an offensive team, but it's grand. I'll go with B for Blair. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if he's still playing. I'd say most of these people probably have been playing. Reggie, who's also returning. He's had a couple of stints in minors as well. Not as many runs in minors as Adam's had, but we digress. He has Roaring Moon, Torkoal, Venusaur, Florges, Lando Eye, Deoxys Speed, Blissey, Hitmontop, Mega Beedrill. Okay, so Steel type looks like Steelix. Dragon type Roaring Moon. Fairy. Okay. Balanced is Fire, Water, Grass. Is Quagsire and Sun, which I don't love. His whole point of him being so bulky, but his quality to grass means someone can, take advantage of that. Now, also a lot of fire types can actually take Charlotte in Sun, which isn't ideal. Because it depends how heavily he leans into the Sun style of things. You've got Blissey. Blissey and Florges are both monsters, especially defensively. Deoxys Speed, obviously rapid. You've got good speed, you've got good offense. Mega Beedrill, obviously can't overlook that. Mega Steelix is good bulk, but in the Sun, that's exploitable. Which is, I suppose, probably why he has the likes of Blissey. He has Hitmontop, which is decent bulk too, and has it removal. So yeah, I think that's probably. It has some misses in it, I guess. I'll give him B plus. Something because there's a lot of offense, a lot of defense. It kind of works out. It'll be hard to prep for, because you have to prep for the Roaring Moon, you have to prep for the Venusaur, you have to prep for the Lando Eye, you have to prep for the Deoxys Speed, you have to prep for the Mega Beedrill. All those defensively, and then. Sorry, I'm actually struggling to breathe in that for. I've never like that in a long time. So yeah. Dave, who has a brainless choice in. He also, welcome back, has a brainless choice in Mega Fluette. Does he have Rain? It doesn't look like he has Rain for a change. Okay, he's either grown or he's not played. We'll find out which. He has Rapid Strike. That's a good choice. So you got Moltres, Serena, Vaporeon. Does he still think he's playing fucking Pokemon Unite here, or what's it crack? So that's a game that he was playing a lot of. I think he's been trying to go pro, if anyone knows any of those teams. So Fluette, Jirachi, Hydreigon, interesting. Then obviously Rapid Strike you can use for the. You bring that core and Rapid Strike, and that's his Fire, Psychic, Dark. Right off the bounce. Appleton with Thick Fat. He's a couple of dark types actually. He's got Weavile as well. To be fair. Fire, Water, Grass has recovery, bulk, yeah. Hazard removal, hazard. Palasa, great option too. Yeah, it's hard to pick holes in the teams at the minute. Yeah. Is Terra type being Flareon, so that's an option for Terra normal. Is Terra being a type a 4-point Pokemon is interesting. So we'll see how that plays out for him. I think that has to be an A minus, right? What's the speed tiers? Might be a little on the slow side. It does have Rapid Strike and Mega Flow. That's quick enough, I suppose. And Weavile. It's probably an A minus. We'll go on that one. I'd be tempted to go A minus, B plus. I've got Keelan, also returning. Most notable for his third game, as if you get his voice notes, make sure to open those before he deletes them. And he is, I think he always was major, to be fair. I don't remember too much about it. He has, of course, Mega Lopunny, one of the best Megas in draft format. Steel Grass type being Cartano worries me. Both weak to fighting, with his water type being Hisuian Samurott, and his fire type is Colossal, which is also weak to fighting. That with your Mega being weak to fighting, you do have Gengar, Zapdos, and Deoxys defense, of course, which does cover that, but you don't want 3 fucking rounds of your core. His Dragon Fairy Steel is Sylveon, Cortana, Zygarde 50, which is immensely strong. Although I suppose Colossal is also Terra, so he could just go full fire, to take that problem away. Does it have? It might have the ability to burn you with a flame body. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. It's been a long time. Zapdos is also incredible. Also has Static, which will punish the Pokemon that wants to close combat his core in general. Yeah, solid team. Once again, the bit of the fighting weakness does get covered by other types. It was more just the fact that it was the core. So it wouldn't be too harsh on that. Yeah. I would recommend having another steel type or another grass type, as always with Cortana. Same with a lot of those sort of less bulky dual types. Even like when Whimsicott, you're probably better grabbing another fairy. Maybe another grass. I don't know. But yeah, that's my point. So I'll give that one a B plus. I'm probably a bit harsher with the Division 1 ranking, simply because I expect them to be very solid teams, especially with the amount of points we've had. Like I said in the last video, it is a bit of a mistake. But yeah, well, like I said, if everything's strong, nothing's strong. Move that across a bit and get back to the app. Okay, so Kevin M also returning. Unlike Adam, he is fully out of the closet, and that's kind of his thing. Well, it's not really kind of his thing, but you know what I mean. He openly prefers boys, unlike most of the people in the group chat who are in the draft who pretend they don't. The ones who think they know what I'm talking about, that's who I'm talking about. So we have Kevin M has Zeraora. He has Ursaluna Bloodmoon. He has Tornadus Therian. His Dragon Fairy Steel is Empoleon, who is bulky enough that I would count that as both a steel and a water. He has Delmise, which is immune to the fighting. I think Kevin actually does sort of have his own draft league, or he essentially runs it with another person. So I would assume he'd have quite a solid draft. This is the person that we basically take the dock off. So any problem with Tyranids, address it to Kevin and just basically tell him he doesn't know what he's fucking doing. It's all addressed to him. Because although we admit we don't know what we're doing. He has Tapu Bulu and Megacharizard X, which is another. Hang on. So that is his Dragon Fairy Steel core. Is also his Grass, Water, Fire core, plus Delmise, if he wishes to bring it. So he's not guessing which one of those he wants to bring. What's he got? Okay. Love you. Have a nice night. He has Trapinch, which I assume is a mascot. He has Terra Scrafty, which is a fantastic setup one. He has Glomora, which is also amazing. He's a very, very strong team. I think this is probably an A+, to be honest. He's got Hazard Removal, he's got Regen, he's got Recovery, he's got all the hazards, he's got good speed tiers. He's got Brainless Pokemon, just collect moves. Yeah, Kevin M is an A+. Which means if he doesn't win his division, it means he's washed and he deserves ridicule and embarrassment. So make sure you lay that one on thick. Now you've got Darius, who is now a bachelor for any ladies who want to hit him up. Although he does still share a house with his wife because they're siblings and they both still live with their parents. play that game. Two of these three statements are true, and you guess which one's which. We have Iron Valiant. If he quits after this, well, fucking, you know why. It's good to see him back though. Haven't heard from him in years simply because life got busy. And dare say he still did 44 draft leagues a week, so we'll see how he gets on. He claims that he's washed, but I don't believe him. So he has Garchomp, Iron Valiant, which is a fake fairy. Although fantastic, I do think you need a bulky fairy. He's actually two fake fairies because he's got Ribombi too. So I guess two fake fairies do make one fairy. Petulant. What type's Petulant? Is Petulant a fairy? Let's see. Tab. Why humans aren't built for strict monogamy? Okay, who's this one? Petulant. I have to Google this, by the way. This is how long I've been out. Petulant is Poison Ghost, which is a very good type before. Yeah, okay. So there's your answer. If you want the video on why humans aren't built for strict monogamy, hit me up. I'll click on that engagement fucking advertisement from Firefox, which is the browser I use because I've always used it. So Garchomp, two fake fairies, and the fuck's a steel type? I don't think he has a steel type. Is that right? This is the entire state of Jolteon. Fucking who knows? He only has no fairy. Okay. Fair enough. And then he's got Wellspring, Talonflame. Fucking these cores are terrible. Jesus Christ. Maybe he is washed. Right, so he doesn't have any classic cores. Okay, maybe I'm just over relying on that. We'll find out together. Mega Chancho. I don't know how you pronounce that. That's what he's got. Which is psychic. Obviously a new Mega. And let's see. Hazards, Garganacl, Ribombi. I think it's Webs maybe. Garchomp. Petulant, that's a fucking crapshoot to me. I could have anything. I don't even know what the stats are. It's just a fucking. It looks like a pig. That's relevant to what it does. So we're at for a wee bit of trickery. I'd know for bulk regen. I think it's our first C, to be honest. I don't like any of his cores. You can prove me wrong. He always has been hyper offense, but when you're grass and water, you got grass water combined, and neither of them are bulky. You have Talonflame, which isn't particularly bulky. You're relying on Audino, Garganacl. Both like the fighting. They take the hits. You can be bulky Garchomp, I guess. You alright, sweetie?
Yeah, I'm looking for my mini baby.
Your mini baby?
Yeah. I left Winnie in. Oh. Hi there.
There you go.
What are you doing?
I'm recording a video for my draft league.
What's a draft league?
It's Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sure you find that very interesting.
Love you.
Love you too. Bye. Night night. So yeah, where was it? I don't know. Yeah, he's relying on I don't know. Garchomp, maybe Talonflame. Possibly Petulant if that's bulky. I don't know enough. Like I said, it's probably the first C. Then we've got Baker back. Baker by name, Baker by nature. He's a massive fan of One Piece, which I actually started watching during break. I watched the Netflix one as well because it was a lot less. I started watching. Maisie here, who you see, actually watched the Netflix version with me. I did start watching the anime, but it was so convoluted and long and pointless that I just got bored of it. It's also aged. Love you. Night. It's also aged so horrifically. Essentially, like Adam says, once someone turns 16. So we've got Gouging Fire, Scissor, Gastrodon. Do you want to for his, no, wait, no. Gouging Fire, Scissor, Comfy. I probably should have muted my daughter and actually the one that's fucking DJ's watching this. There's my phone. Okay. Gouging Fire, Scissor, Comfy. Then we've got Rillaboom, Gouging Fire, Gastrodon. So we've got. That's interesting, yeah. Then you got Mega Glamora, which is strong as shit. Spectre, which is strong as shit. Thunder Incarnate, which is annoying and quite strong. It isn't really a comfy. It isn't a Scott team without comfy in it, like, really, is it? So yeah, it's a Scott team. It's a strong team, and he's got hazards. He's got removal. Glamora gets Mortal Spin, which is also removal. He's got recovery. He's got bulk. He's got power. Yeah, he's got draft at will. I think that's. Is that an A? That might just be an A. Looks like an A to me. Noctowl, which is absolutely fantastic. I think it is one of the most underrated Pokemon in the draft, and it's only 1 point. Because, like I said, let's take the dock off Kevin. If it was up to me, that would have been at least 5 points. Well, that's a lie. I wouldn't put it that high, like, for sure. Do I actually need this to be all the way over? That's a question. No, yeah, I do. Okay, no worries. So, next up we have Martin, the professional footballer and owner of BRL, who has now recently celebrated its 3,049th season. And to be fair to the BRL boys, they do seem to have improved a lot over the last couple of years of playing absolutely fucking constantly. Although there was a break this time as we were waiting for new Pokemon drop. So he started with Dragapult, Mega Scissor and Tapu Fini, which is a wild strong start, if not a bit dodgy, because obviously Fini's terrain does weaken Dragapult's Dragon moves. Rotom Heat, Tapu Fini. So Rotom Heat, Tapu Fini, and Shea Sky. Okay, that's good. That's a great team. That's a lot of offense and a good bit of bulk. So yeah, nice. I can't really complain about anything on his team really. Mama Swine. He's got hazards, like again, he's got removal, he's got Kabutops, which isn't great for removal, Mega Scissor. I don't know if Trini gets defog or anything, but Rotom Heat gets defog, you know. He does have removal, he does have hazards. It's a strong team. Farigiraf as a Terra looks insanely strong. Stun Tank for the fairies, you know. Yeah, it's a strong team. Martin, probably an A. You can't really complain about Dragapult, Mega Scissor, Tapu Fini, Mama Swine, Chase Guy all in the same team. That'll be a pain to prep for. Terrakion as well, if you don't mind missing. Which many people learn through draft leagues. We've got K Real back. Welcome back to leagues. Don't know, he might have been playing again too. He's my week 1 opponent. And his team is very diverse. He's got all 12 Pokemon. Don't know what he's been at since the last time we seen him, and I think he might have been in minors actually. So we'll see if he's improved. He's got Darkrai. His Dragon Berry Steel is a Lonely Ninetales, Baxcalibur, and Skarmory. You have another fairy, negative. You have another dragon, negative. So his DFS core is all susceptible to fire. Obviously Baxcalibur does get a wee boost when getting hit by fire. Not a bit dead. So we'll see how that goes for him. Especially if you've got, I don't know, a Terrifier Darmanitan. We'll see. We'll see how that one goes. He does have Typhlosion to absorb that fire, to be fair. He has Lockix. His Typhlosion's is Terra as well. Lockix is good momentum. Grafia is annoying. Donphan's bulky. Annihilate's an absolute monster. Slowking can also set snow as well as Alolan Ninetales, so he's got two. He might be going heavy into the snow. Obviously, this is the thing. I know Bascalibur's ability is great because it boosts on fire and it does make it immune to burn. But whenever I use it with snow, I like to use it with Ice Body, so you can either get double lefties, or you can run an item and still get recovery. So that's an obvious strong component to his team. His Fire Water Grass is Vileplume, Typhlosion, and Slowking. You could do with more. Yeah, you could do with more ground resistance, to be honest. In my opinion, he has Squirmery. So if you get him with ground on fire, you're laughing there. Yeah, this hazard removal, Squirmery, Donphan. I don't know if Vileplume got Mortal Spin. I don't think it did. Regieleki gets Rapid Spin, so you can base his speed. Yeah, his removal's okay. I don't know. Does it need more ice elements? Maybe not. I think I suppose he does have Blizzard with Ninetales, so you can attack on both sides of the spectrum. I don't know what Ninetales' other ability is. I actually interestingly used Vanilluxe once with the Slowking, simply because I could run Ice Body on it and still have the benefits of Blizzard. So I'm not going to look it up, but that could be interesting, is to see if he doesn't run Snow Warning Alolan Ninetales and runs his other ability with Slowking and Chilly Reception. That could be a good thing to run. His Psychic Dark Fighting is Annihilate, Darkrai, and Slowking, which is insanely powerful. Yeah, it's a strong team, to be fair. Once again, like I said, he does have a bit of fire weakness, but there is Pokemon to offset that with Typhlosion. I think that's at least a B+. He's got good speed tiers as well. Might be leaning into the ice a bit much. I would honestly, if it was me, I would probably just scrap Ninetales and get something else, like a bulkier fairy. A fairy that, even maybe a fairy that resists fire. Would be my thought. Which ones do that is beyond me. You've got obviously the water fairies. You can get like a Zoomerl, but then obviously you don't have to. You Diancie if it's available, something like that. In my opinion, of course, I'm to be fucking wrong because I know nothing about draft these days. Like I said in the last video, you're learning nothing here. It's just for the bad there. We have Chris, who, unlike Darius, genuinely does fancy his own sister. He is from the Isle of Man, which is an extremely small island, where, like Palafin, he's picked. He also has web fingers. So yeah, Palafin obviously strong. Let's see, Shaman is Terra type. Okay, that's interesting because you got a bulky grass. You kind of want it to be a bulky grass. Although I suppose Terra grass seed flares could be pretty fucking intense. Mike Mortar. It's a strong fire water grass, to be fair. A powerful strong fire water grass. It's got Mega Metachan, which is fucking insanely strong. His fighting type is also Mega Metachan, obviously. So he's got Umbreon, which now I guess knockoff. So his psychic fighting is sort of rolled into one, and then he's got Umbreon. which does offer an out as well, to be fair. I do like that. Enam T, which is incredibly bulky but also powerful. He's a 135 special attack. So he's got Coco, but he also has another fairy, which is what I've been saying. I don't know if it's the Pokemon casting the electric moves needs to be grounded, or if it's the person receiving them needs to be grounded. So to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if Terra Electric affects Enamorus that much. He's also got Iron Traits to back it up, which is obviously immune to electric anyway. He's got, and his dragon type is Galarian Goodra, which is fantastic. Which is, oh no, it's not. It's Corsola. I mean, blind. Ignore that. His dragon type is nobody. Doesn't have a dragon type. Yes, Silvally, unless you plan to use that fucking Terra Dragon or Shaman. You know. I suppose when someone has a Silvally, you can't really say they don't have a certain type, can you? Even if it might not fill the road, but it fills the type, I guess. It's all 95 base stats, so it's not particularly good at anything. So yeah, I think I'd probably mark him down for that. The no dragon. I think Silvally gets defog. Not sure if Quillfish gets Mortal Spin. I know the Galarian one does, or the Hisuian, or whatever fucking brand of friggin' Quillfish you have. Trez gets Rapid Spin, Coco gets Defog, Trez gets Stealth Rock. There's a message from Chris in the group chat, just as I was saying. Just as we're talking about him. So yeah, your fucking ears must have been burning. And for once it's not fucking from genetical defects. So quick Galarian, who's a Corsola as well. For a bit of extra bulk. Thought about that a while. Wonder if Ronaldo's won something. So yeah. Fire, Water, Grass is good. Dragon, Fire, Steel isn't good. Because he doesn't have Steel. Good removal. Good pace. Good speed. Yeah. That would be a B plus as well. It would be A if he had a dragon. An actual dragon. Let's see. Off, leave me alone, you fucking parrots. So now we have our next coach really does have that dog in him, and by that I mean, like dogs, he also can't look up, and that is Jordan. Welcome back, you big fucking walking bicep. He has started off strong actually with Lele Dragonite, Mega Dragonite, and Ferrothorn, which I do count as a bulky because it's bulky enough to be the type that should be bulky in grass and steel. So his fire, water, grass is Rotom Wash, Warrior Ninja, Ferrothorn, and Amarouche. Now I like that because that's dark water, fire psychic. Who's his fighting type? Sneasler. Holy shit! And he's got the terrain. This is a fucker of a team. That's hard to prep for because you prep for Mega Dragonite, you prep for Lele, you prep for Sneasler, you prep for Greninja, and you prep for Amarouche. He has Crustle randomly for the crack. There's probably 8 points. Is that right? Where does he get Shell Smash? Yeah. So is Terra being Amarouche as well? Oh, that's gonna wreck. Yeah, it's a strong ass team. Look about me, to be fair. Jordan coming back strong. I don't know if he's been drafted or not. I suppose that's the one thing you could do. Is the coaches that are coming back could comment on whether they've been playing Pokemon or not. Yeah, it was a quick one for Jordan, to be fair. His team's good. There's nothing that I can comment on that one. Next we've got Scott's with Gerald, the resident autist. The guy, he is actually so autistic that he gave up Draft League and came back because this is the one he needs to complete his set. He admit that himself, and yeah, he's just a walking fucking analytical fucking calculator, him. There's a cat ringing his bells. Yeah, no surprising. Asian dude owns a cat and hasn't fucking had it yet. Um, as you do, you know, he's quite fatty, so he's probably not plenty of flavour on him, to be fair. Um, anyway, we have Great Tusk. Is a great first pick. Iron Bundle is water. As fire as Chi. Holy shit, that's a lot of power in his fucking grass types, Mega Meganium. That's a whole lot of hurt in a lot of fucking different ways. He's got Jellicent as well, if he wants to go bulky on that. Dragon Fairy Steel being Latios, Mega Meganium, and Melmetal. He's got a lot of bulk. Maybe not. Yeah, I suppose he's recovering in Meganium, recovering in Latios, recovering in Kilowattrel, and recovering in Jellicent. So he's plenty of recovery as well. Dark, Psychic, Latios, GU. He doesn't have a fighting type. Probably worth picking one of those up. No, he does. He's Great Tusk. What am I talking about? Great Tusk, Latios, and Chi. Fucking hell. He's just went for 9 ones, but he's went fucking all in on them. I expect a lot of his battles to be over in 30 turns or less. Because he doesn't want to go any bolder while he's battling. So yeah. All the cores. He's got removal. He's got hazards. And most likely he's got fucking brute force. So I'm guessing that's probably an A, isn't it? Not really much I can note about that. He's went short and effective, which is probably makes sense when you can fucking taste the wind, you know. Yeah. So next up we've got everyone's favorite fucking top chef, shall we call it? We've got Charles. Welcome back also. He started off with the Galarian Soul King and Single Striker Shifu. Let's see. So, Stains, Mega Mawile, or Magnezone. Take your pick. Pick your poison. Both are great. Gudra is his dragon, and his fairy is also Mega Mawile. Okay, so maybe he's using Mega Mawile as his fairy, which makes sense. Although you'd like something bulkier, then he's got his Magnezone as his steel. And Gudra, so he's got bulk in Gudra, he's got bulk in Magnezone. He's got Terra Swallow because fucking course he does. He's got Gliscor, which resists ground. But other than that, I mean, he's got a massive ground problem there, really. So yeah, that's something to look into. If you're prepping against them, you know, not that I'm telling people how to beat people because I'm the last person you come to for advice. We've got Larian Slow King, we've got Sheafy Single, and we've got, so that's the Dark Fighting Psychic there. We've got Speed, we've got Default, we've got Superior, we've got Volcarona for setup, Milotic for bolt. Is it Water? So Volcarona, Milotic, Superior. He kind of almost grafted his cores together, so it looks like it's on purpose. Don't know if he's been drafted also, but that's a pretty solid team also. I don't know. I suppose because points are that high, they do most need to be. I feel like I'm being too nice. But honestly, they've that much points. If you don't have a good team and you're in Division 1, what the fuck are you doing with your life? So yeah, there's Charles. With a good team as well. Gonna go A for that. Yeah. Nothing else I can say really. Then we've got Adam. Everyone knows about Adam. They get him to 30 turns and quit. He's got Goldango, he's got Alomomola, Tinglu, Cinderace, Raging Bolt, Crobat, Pori 2. Trying to look at mons he could do fucking bullshit with, but hopefully we're not seeing it. He can't draft. Whoever I was saying earlier about getting a fucking fairy that resists fire, you can't get the answer because Adam has it, and the reason it's not Terra is because it's too expensive to be a Terra. So yeah, Goldango, he's been playing flat out too, so expect him to have a good team. Goldango, Deontay, and Raging Bolt all week to ground. Okay. Interesting. His grass type is Celebi. What's Celebi's ability? It's not levitate. Natural cure. No, that's shaman. I'm not sure what Celebi's ability is. It might also be natural cure. Who knows? You get Crobat, I suppose, which can eat ground moves. But you know where I'm coming from. Whenever you've got like a core, like a Dragon Fairy Steel, and none of them like ground, it's never great. If none of them like a single thing, it's never great. Pori 2 is just annoying to deal with. Everyone knows that. It gets Volt Switch now as well. Well, it did always have Teleport, but I suppose Volt Switch is just better to have because it can't be taunted. Alumamola, Cinderace, and Celebi. Terra Celebi are a great fire, water, grass core. You've got the offense and the fire. You've got the bulky Celebi and the bulky Alumamola. Not a fan of the fairy steel dragon type. But you know what, Adam's probably a lot more talented than I am now. So we'll find out together. So let's see what else you got. You got Mega Heracross, which is just an absolute animal. What's the speed? Cinderace and Crobat. Cryogonal a wee bit. Didn't have the strongest speed course. Goldengo's just annoying because it's pretty much immune to anything that isn't a fucking straight up attack. So yeah, it's a good team. I think it's a B plus. That sounds harsh, but you know, for the reasons I've said. Now we've got the fucking most handsome man in the draft and probably the most incredible drafter. Yours truly. I don't know. It looks like a lot of my draft was on purpose, but it wasn't. I plan to get Mega Garchomp early. Despite never being successful from it, apart from whenever it was in minors. I just really want to make it work. So we'll see how it goes. Start with Corviknight because I always start with Corviknight. Just because it's handy. It's just another brainless one you can bring in. You can do whatever you need to do. Tyranitar, bulky and useful. You know, does its thing. You know what Tyranitar does? Sets Sand, most importantly, which works with Corviknight. It works with Alakazam's Magic Guard. Works with Stoutland, and it works with Houndstone, which I hadn't actually planned to pick up. I just needed a ghost type, and it happened to be 5 points, and it doesn't. It doesn't get hurt by sand, which is why it also has Fluffy, which makes it useful. Also, you know, if I decide not to, like, it's not like I wanted to use Mega Garchomp, and I wanted a way to make it a wee bit stronger. But I didn't want to draft a fucking full sand team because it's just a pain in the arse. It's probably one of the weaker ones to draft in singles. So I've got a sand setter. I've got a couple of Pokemon that can use sand, but I'm not basing my draft around sand. That makes sense. Pheasantipity, Poison Fairy, didn't know anything about it before the draft, but it's incredibly specially bulky and useful. Keldeo is incredible because it got Stealth Rocks, it got Earth Power, it's got everything. Now it probably should be more than 15 points, but like I said, I didn't know much about any of this pre-draft. So my Dragon Fairy Steel is Pheasantipity, Garchomp, and Corviknight, which I personally think people think cover each other great. If you disagree, you know, feel free to put it in the comments. You know, I think the only thing I could knock it down for is it's not great with ice, obviously. And we've got Frostmoth, which does help that, but it's not part of the core. Got Darmanitan, Keldeo, and my grass type is Roserade, which I think is a decent core because both Darmanitan and Keldeo do have momentum, and they're both strong, and Roserade can be strong, it can be bulky, but also it gets Mortal Spin now, which is hazard removal, which is why I've went for that. It's an option. Raikou is fast, and I had a lot of points left over. I've got Recovery and Corviknight. I don't really count Alakazam, although it does get it. Rose Raid, Frostmoth, I suppose. So my recovery's not the best, if I'm being honest. You know, that kind of sucks. My Fire Water Grass has 2 psychic weaknesses, which I pointed out in someone else's draft there yesterday. I don't know why I'm giving people tools to beat me here, because realistically I'm not that. I've been out for a while. But to be honest about the draft, because no one likes a hypocrite. Yeah. So, although yes, my Dragon Fairy Steel, I suppose the one's weak, the psychic one resists. I've got Tyranitar sitting there too. Yeah. Yeah, I think all around it's a solid draft. I'd maybe give it an A minus B plus. Just it's hard to give it an A because of the things I pointed out. Let's see. Although it is one thing I do like about my team is none of the Pokemon are dead rubber. There's 12 Pokemon there, and realistically, every single one of them can come. You know, it's not like the other ones that maybe has a mascot. You know, this is like you can essentially prep for one team and none of it come, which is what I'm trying to get at there. So I think that is a strong point for it, a point for it. Speed tiers could be better. I do have Stoutland, which pushes it up there with Sand. Well, it doesn't certainly count. But other than that, I've only Alakazam, Keldeo, and Raikou. Well, actually, you know what? I kind of makes it stand this. It kind of does make push it up there a bit, to be fair. So yeah, I'll go B plus. Simply because I'm not really that egotistical either. So we've got Kevin M, probably with the strongest draft. I'm just writing numbers beside these so I can kind of go. So we've got Reggie, Keelan, Ariel, Stephen, Chris. I think I give Scott F one. I think I give Scott F an A, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So that's 2. Yeah, so we've got Kevin M, is who I would personally looks like the winner because it was the only A plus I give out. Then you've got Toasty, you've got Toasty, Martin, Jordan, Scott F, Charles, and Scott Baker. And then behind that you've got Blair. Oh no, you haven't. You've got Kaylin, Kay, Adam, and myself. Then put Charles in there. Charles is A, you know, so there. Then you've got Blair. You've got Blair. And then you've got 1 B minus, I believe, somewhere. Did I put B minus? No. I've been far too fucking nice with all these. Oof. Then dead last we got Darius with C. So we'll see how that goes. Congratulations, Darius. You've for the first time ever since I've known you in draft leagues, you've got the worst team. I look forward to getting the battle. I always prefer the battling more. Sitting here waffling about drafts probably feels like it drags on a bit. But you know, welcome back. I'm looking forward to the week to start. We've only had 1 battle in Division 2. So we'll see how we get on, and look forward to seeing you next week for the first recap. Until next time, fucking get your battles done.